Welcome to Montrose Port Authority. Whilst visiting the port estate, your safety is our absolute #1 priority at all times. At Montrose Port, our aim is to completely eliminate incidents from the workplace, and the following induction video will help you enjoy a safe and productive visit. You are responsible for your safety and the safety of those around you. Follow site rules. Be aware and be vigilant at all times, and remember, if it's not safe, don't do it. Please give your full attention to what is about to follow. The Montrose Port site is laid out as follows. South Quay, South Quayside access, Inchbrook House, the Port Authority main office and port control parking. Inchbrook House designated parking and EV parking. Sea Green operations and maintenance base and dedicated parking for Sea Green personnel only. Inchcape operations and maintenance base and Inchcape dedicated parking. Montrose Port Authority workshop and welfare. Rossi House, Rossi facility. Long stay car parking for any vehicles remaining on site more than 12 hours. Sea Green pontoon. Berths 1 to 5. North Quay, North Quayside access. Boat cruise restroom, customs house and granary buildings. Berths 6 to 11 and small boat owners area both North and South Quays are under constant surveillance by our port control team, utilising a network of CCTV cameras operating 24/7. On arrival at the South Quay, you must take a vehicle pass from the box located at the security cabin and display it in your vehicle at all times while in the port. In the event that the security cabin is unattended, you will be required to use the intercom system to contact port control to gain access. Please read the security pass requirements on the back. If you work at the port on a daily basis, you should apply to port control for a full vehicle pass, which will allow you quicker access through the barriers with the ANPR system. Stop at the road marking. Only one vehicle is allowed access at a time. Wait for the traffic light to turn green before moving forward to the security barrier. Once the barrier goes up, drive in. Do not move forward to security area till the barrier comes down and your light changes to green. North Quay. On arrival at the North Quay, you will be required to use the intercom system to contact port control to gain access. The gate is unmanned and vehicle passes are not required. Traffic management. There is a maximum speed limit of 15 miles per hour throughout the entire port estate. Always give way to site vehicles such as forklifts, cranes, and other mobile plant. Make sure plant operators see you before you move on. Give them the thumbs up. Always wear your seatbelt. Never use your mobile phone whilst driving, and always be aware of pedestrians. The quayside is a restricted area and there is no parking on site apart from authorised vehicles. Short-term quayside parking authority request must be made with port control. Drivers must use the designated areas and adhere to the reverse parking policy. A one-way system operates on the North Quayside and drivers must adhere to the signs at all times. Pedestrians. If you're arriving on foot or walking within the port estate, keep to the designated green walkways and be especially vigilant at the quayside. And remember, when within 1 metre of the quayside edge, life jackets must be worn at all times. PPE. In all operational areas, including walkways, you are required to wear personal protective equipment, PPE. PPE includes the following: high visibility vest or jacket, safety footwear, and hard hat. However, your activity risk assessment may identify the need for additional PPE. Work activities. If your work activities fall under the control of Montrose Port Authority, a permit to work may be required depending on the nature of the tasks, which may include working at height, hot work, diving operations, and ground disturbance. You should arrange for your permit prior to your visit to the port, but even if a permit is not required, you must have a risk assessment and safety method statement on site for the activities you will be carrying out. No job is so important that it cannot be done safely. And remember, if you're in doubt about anything to do with safety, stop work immediately and raise it with your supervisor or manager. The port has a no-leisure drone policy in place throughout the port estate. However, it is accepted that there may be occasions that commercial drones need to be used. In these instances, the drone operator must apply for authorization prior to the proposed flight date. Please contact Port Control and advise dates and times of flights, along with the relevant paperwork. Various signs are posted around the site. They contain information, guidance, warning, prohibition, and mandatory instruction. If you're unsure what a sign means, just ask. Incident reporting. All incidents, which includes accidents and near misses, no matter how minor, must be reported to Port Control, as well as your own company. Should the incident require first aid assistance and this is not available, then Port Control should be contacted day or night on 01674679116 or VHF Channel 12. If a defibrillator is required, units can be accessed at these locations. Safety observation and intervention. If you see an unsafe act or unsafe condition, do something to stop it before it becomes an incident. Talk to the worker and ask them if there is a safer way to do the activity. Make the change and report it so as we can share the lessons learned. At Montrose Port Authority, we take our responsibility to protect the environment very seriously. Reduce, reuse and recycle waste wherever possible. Place waste in the appropriate container or skip. Avoid fuel spillages. If an environmental incident occurs, stop. Turn off any plant and equipment to prevent any more materials escaping or damage being caused. Contain. Try to stop the damage getting worse. Prevent contamination entering drains or manholes. Notify. Report to Port Control. Montrose Port have trained spill response personnel on site and are equipped with a spill response trailer that can be deployed for any Tier 1 and Tier 2 incident on site. Emergency procedures. Fire. When in any of the buildings, always ensure you're aware of the nearest fire exit. The Inchbrook house fire alarms are tested every Friday at 10:30 and sounds like this. On hearing any fire alarm, proceed directly to your nearest muster point. These are located as follows. Do not retrieve personal possessions. Do not run. Leave the building in an orderly fashion, using walkways where possible, and be aware of passing traffic. Do not tackle a fire unless you can do so without putting yourself at risk. Raise the alarm and follow evacuation procedures. At the muster point, await further instructions from the fire wardens. Under no circumstances should you re-enter the building unless told to do so by a responsible person, even if the alarm has stopped. Smoking is prohibited at the muster point. In the event a person falls into the water, lifebuoy are easily accessible from all berths and are clearly identifiable. There are also quayside escape ladders to aid self-recovery from the water, and these are also clearly marked. General. Smoking and vaping is prohibited throughout the estate except in the designated smoking areas. Montrose Port Authority operates a zero-tolerance policy to alcohol, illegal drugs, and animals, including pets being brought on site. Anyone found under the influence of alcohol or drugs or having brought an animal on site will be immediately escorted from the site. And finally, if you're in doubt about anything at all, just ask. Play your part to make Montrose Port a safe, healthy, and environmentally friendly place to work. Thanks for watching.